Yeah.
You're listening to the Podcast Detroit Network. Visit www.podcastdetroit.com for more information.
Nope. Fucking nope. It's one of those days, ladies and gentlemen. Nope. I don't know shit's going on. I don't know shit to talk about. I mean, all right, there's a little bit. Let's talk about some NXT TakeOver. Talking about a little bit of the old NXT. Then we're gonna get into a little bit of the old WWE, and maybe a little bit into the AEW. And Mikey made an appearance on NWA's YouTube. What the fuck, crackers? We're gonna do this right. We're gonna get into it. Oh, this week, as we
break the ring down.
Woo! You don't know what hard times are, Daddy.
The cream rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass. You just made the list. This right here is a family.
Hey, this is professional wrestler and professional podcaster Colt Boom Boom Cabana.
My name is Killer Cross.
This is The Smoke Show, Scarlett Bordeaux.
What's up, guys? The After Machine, Brian Cage.
This is Ryan from Pro Wrestling Tees.
Sadly, you are not listening to The Art of Wrestling, but you made a decent choice because you're listening.
You are now listening to...
When you're listening...
And you're listening to...
You listen to Breaking Down the Ring.
Breaking Down the Ring.
Breaking Down the Ring.
Breaking Down the Ring.
Breaking Down the Ring. Break it down.
Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
It is damn true that you're listening to the most inappropriate pro wrestling show in the motherfucking world. You're listening to Breaking Down the Ring, and we are your ring crew.
The midget lover Smitty, Harvey Whippleman, Nick,
and me, the almighty one, your current ring crew champion, Mikey himself, baby!
Not for you.
Fuck
Not
yeah,
so
man!
long.
First off, Smitty, you have a lead after NXT TakeOver. We're about to go into an AEW Revolution pay-per-view where you are going to shit more beds than a diuretic.
Midget?
No. No. Hotel hopper.
Ooh. What?
That's right. 2020's goal is the same as it always was in 2019 for Smitty. Well, for the rest of us, keep the title off of Smitty. That's all we do. Just gonna screw him over left and right.
Yep.
No. Yeah. NXT TakeOver. We did some pro wrestling scorecards. Make sure you go to ProWrestlingScorecards.com. Get your own scorecards every fucking month. Every goddamn week now, basically. You know, for these scorecards, because they're doing WWE, they're doing NXT, they're doing AEW, they're doing NWA, and they're making it fucking fun. I'm gonna take these off because these fucking headphones, I can't hear shit. So we got a lot to talk about because there was an NXT TakeOver this week. NWA did something different. The Circle Squared. It featured some fat kid on there who looks like he hosts a fucking stupid fuck podcast.
Loser.
And I'm sorry that you guys had to watch that. But 3 hours and 5 minutes in that one video. 3 hours and 5 minutes.
It was 3 hours and 5 minutes.
Yeah, 3 hours and 5 minutes into it. Well, and we'll get into that in a second. Because you got to nitpick even though you love, right? You got to nitpick even though you love. So, let's talk about something else first, boys. I forgot where I was going with that. I am tired. Look, downtown Detroit last night had Garth fucking Brooks, okay?
Yep.
Garth Brooks at Ford Field, and because it's fucking Garth Brooks who doesn't, tour anymore really.
Tours every 2-3 years.
Yeah, it's it was as big. I work in an Irish pub. Smitty works there as well, and it was as busy as a St. Patrick's Day. Like, there was the fucking lull of when the concert was going on, and then we got raped again. Like, you raped? Hey, we're coming here. And then they left. And then they
Big
came back and they were like,
Sandy
I'm back, bitch.
No lube, right in there. Big Sandy dildo.
Come save me.
I think that was the busiest shift I've ever worked. since I've
Little
been there.
DP.
Yeah, we were pretty busy. So apologize for being a little bit off today. So let's first and foremost talk about this sexy fuck hat I got on, everybody. If you guys go to breakingdownthering.com, we have hats now available. Click on the official merchandise. You guys can check out the hats. Feel free. Get you a BDR hat, a couple different colors. We got a white logo one. We have a red logo one. And we have an orange logo one. So, yeah, a couple different colors. Feel free to go there. Breakingdownthering.com. Click that official merchandise button. We really fucking appreciate it because then you're supporting one of your favorite shows or one of your least favorite shows. You're like, you know what? Smitty's cool. We'll fucking throw a couple dollars their way.
Do people really
hey,
say that?
I really like Nick's glasses today, and we'll throw a couple dollars their way. Or, God, get that fat fuck off of the host. Throw a couple dollars their way just so he goes away. Like, maybe I will. You never know. So let's get into what's the big news right now. Obviously, we'll talk a little bit about NXT TakeOver. I'm sorry, we're going to talk a lot about NXT TakeOver in Portland and other things. But right now, there is a story floating in the wings over the weekend that WWE is reportedly in talks with ESPN for content streaming on ESPN+. This is coming from an article directly from WrestlingInc.com. And I'm just going to fucking read it, all right? That's what I'm
Read
doing.
that shit. Read it.
I'm going to read it, but I'm
Read
not
that
going
son
to
of a
read it
bitch.
in this fucking accent.
You're
I'm
going to
gonna
read it real good.
WWE is reportedly having talks with ESPN. The Wrestling Observer newsletter reports that the talks would be in regards to WWE content airing on the ESPN Plus service. The deal that WWE is likely trying to broker would be similar to the deal UFC has with ESPN, where WWE would sell their rights to air pay-per-views, which would pay more money for the content than WWE could make on its own by selling the content directly to viewers with the WWE network. The ESPN Plus model with UFC is reportedly what opened WWE's eyes to the idea. The ESPN Plus deal could potentially bring more mainstream exposure to WWE's big events and their biggest superstars. ESPN has proved that when they own rights to a product, they use their various shows to heavily market that product. There's no word yet on how far the talks with ESPN are, but the Observer noted that it looks like the deal has not been agreed on as of this week. As noted earlier this month, there was no truth to the rumors on WWE possibly talking to Amazon about selling content rights to them. While Amazon might not be interested in WWE, the company has been talking with other potential partners, which would include DAZN and NBC's Peacock service. ESPN Plus was also included in the original report on potential content partners. The belief was that NBC's Peacock service, which is set to launch later this year, would be the best bet for WWE.
Cock.
TV industry sources recently reported to the Observer that the Peacock would look at the WWE to be its key initial programming to draw subscribers from launch moving forward, which would be very similar to how ESPN Plus did with UFC. With such a deal, with one of these larger streaming services, WWE would be able to get significantly guaranteed money for their big money events, instead of being forced to rely on declining subscription money from the WWE network. You can read our original... All right. Remember back in the day when you have to go to your cable provider, you purchase a pay-per-view, and then you'd watch that WWE pay-per-view, and then WWE completely flipped the fucking script on you in 2014 when they introduced the WWE Network. 6 years later, they're trying to get rid of the pay-per-views on the WWE Network.
Yeah.
Nick, where are your feelings on this?
I remember when I was a kid, my number was 1-800-885-4848. I mean, that was the number for the Playboy channel when you wanted it, but it was something similar to that when you wanted to order a WWE pay-per-view. $25, and my parents would pay for it, and it was 4 times a year. And then as I got older, it turned into nearly every month, and it was $50, $60, whatever. When they introduced that WWE Network, that is a game changer. That was one of my top moments of the decade for WWE. It wasn't a match. It wasn't, anything like that. But that, to me, was a game fucking changer. And now you're taking a step back. I don't know about the monetary aspect, if they're losing money, if they're whatever. I don't know about any of that. On the surface, to me, excuse me, cocaine's a hell of a drug. To me,
What Smitty said.
I didn't do that drug.
to me, it's a bad move. It almost makes me want to not watch if they do that, because I can't afford to pay $50-$60 a month to watch pay-per-views. I can put it on. I have other means, so to speak, to watch these.
Ew.
Now, being on the show, we do have this option to go to Buffalo Wild Wings as we do to watch these pay-per-views, which is a great thing. But if I wasn't on the show, I wouldn't be paying that every month.
I'd be looking for somewhere else to go. Agreed. For me personally, I agree with you 100%. WWE did the thing with WWE Network. And to an extent, at one point, I mean, there was a lot of talk that it screwed a lot of people's paydays in wrestling, in WWE. Because it went from we know exactly how much we're making a pay-per-view to how much are we making a pay-per-view. Mm-hmm. That was according from all the backstage, insider, dirt sheet, whatever bullshit. This seems like it might be able, if ESPN is buying the rights, right? So obviously that's a chunk of money going to WWE. Then you would assume that whatever money that they, so I think it's, you can't, then you're even less able to figure out what's going on monetary wise, how much you're making, because now it's ESPN that's putting it out. So with the UFC pay-per-views, it's nothing different. You're just doing it on ESPN Plus instead of television, right? You're still dropping the $50 for it. But you don't, now the WWE talent, WWE, again, you're dealing with ESPN's numbers. Sure, they gave you a chunk. Are they giving you a piece of every pay-per-view as well? And if not, how is the talent getting paid for that? So it becomes a much larger monetary thing, not just for what WWE takes in, but what they're paying their performers. And that was, again, one of the biggest problems with WWE Network is people didn't know how much they were bringing in revenue-wise to how much of a cut people got for being on the pay-per-view. Maybe WWE has fixed that. We haven't heard shit about that. Maybe WWE's like, hey, if you have a match on the card and it's not for a title, you get this much money. If it's a battle royal, it's this much money. If it's, singles match, tag match, blah, 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 this much, title match, this much.
Right.
If we feel that you're the person who gets the win, maybe there's a winner's purse, who knows? If that's the case, it doesn't sound like much will change then if it goes into ESPN. But what will change is your view count. I think, when UFC did this, you were still paying monthly for the UFC pay-per-views.
Yep.
It wasn't anything different. All you did was, instead of watching it on TV, you watched it on ESPN Plus. There was no real break. Maybe it was cheaper because you're already paying the $5 for ESPN Plus, right? And then it was like, instead of 50 or 60, it's 40. There's a cut. WWE took into a streaming service that is now showing every pay-per-view at the monthly rate of $10 or $9.99. That, to me, is a major step back and slap in the fans' face.
Yes.
You made it so everything was available to us. Everything is available by giving you $9.99 a month.
It's a huge value.
The Indian giving us.
Now, granted, yes, that is a huge value. If you sell to ESPN Plus, are you then going to have a tiered system on the WWE Network? Hey, $19.99 a month. You'll get all the pay-per-views, including WrestleMania, content to other people as well. Or $9.99 a month. You keep doing that. Buy whatever pay-per-view you want on ESPN Plus. You don't have to get them all. Or the free, tier where it's like, hey, you can do NXT 2 weeks after it airs if you're going to watch that on the network, blah, blah, blah. Look, man, there still has to be a way to watch these pay-per-views on WWE Network. If you jump tiers, because they've been talking about a tiered WWE Network for a while.
Uh-huh.
And we all said $14.99 a month was fine.
Sure.
If that includes all the pay-per-views and stuff like that. Would you, Nick, pay $19.99 a month if it included all the pay-per-views?
Yeah.
Okay.
At this point, I would.
Smitty.
That's about as far as I'll go.
Yep.
All right.
Agreed.
I also agree that I wouldn't go any higher than $19.99 a month. Because $9.99 a month, we've always like, holy fuck, really? All of this for $10?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I think that all of it for $20 is fair price. I think $10 is fucking, you're giving it away.
It's a steal.
Yeah, you're giving it away. And you've been doing that for 6 years. Everything goes up in price, right? Netflix is $15.99 if you want the 4 people to be able to view it. If you want all that 4K content and stuff, it's like $15.99. Hulu jumped. You want it no ads? $11.99. Used to be like $9.99. Everything is becoming a streaming service. Everything is going up in price as time goes on. I've always been surprised that the WWE Network didn't go up in 5 years because we're on year 6 now. So I think that if you're selling rights to ESPN Plus, there needs to be but people can still purchase it in tiered thing for here. But I don't know if ESPN will do that because imagine the cut you're not going to make.
That's Disney money.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Hi, Miss Kelly.
Hey, Kelly.
Smitty, what do you think about this going to ESPN?
Indian giving to the fans.
You have a huge hair on your right side. Nope, beard. That's the center, sir, but you still got it. Nice.
First try.
Whose hair
First
is
try.
I have no clue.
Taste it.
It's still there. There's still more. The right side is not the center. Do you know what the right side of your life is?
No, I made bad decisions last night.
Taste it.
You don't know what left and right is, bruh?
Not right now.
Bro.
Oh, I fucking hate Matt Riddle.
I'm pretty much in a riddle state right now.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I feel like it's a slap to the face. Like you said, we've been spoiled with the $9.99 network and having everything available, and going just selling the rights to ESPN and paying more money. It's not fair. Okay, fair for tourists, but it's just not fair to the fans and the people that have been doing this for the last 6 years.
They should raise the price of it at this point, and yeah, jump to $20 a month.
Guy named CJ on our Periscope goes, "Shoot Indian here. I confirm." 100%
Can confirm.
Indian given. Fucking can confirm. That's a Texas-sized 10-4. All right, continues. Next.
Yeah, $20 is like you said, it's fair, and you're gonna put it on ESPN Plus. I gotta pay an ESPN Plus $5 a month subscription fee. And then if you do decide to charge me for the pay-per-view, I got to pay that. There's just too many different variables and too many different twists and turns to it all. Like we said, $10 a month is a steal. You want to raise the price, you want to double the price, I'm fine with that. But to make that move, it's just, like you said, it's a slap in the face.
Yeah, 100%.
More like a tea bag.
What?
Fucking embarrassing.
It's more like a tea bag.
I would like to point out we just did a whole bunch of Letterkenny jokes right there.
Fucking embarrassing.
Gonna kick the trash can now? You didn't say it. You can't kick it. So, $19.99 a month. It's cool. Do you think ESPN will jump in on that, Nick? Because I think ESPN will be like, okay, but we're not going to give you this much money. Like, WWE stock has been crashing. Let it be very honest. They lost those 2 EVPs. Z is a fucking WWE stockholder. He has said at one point his stock was $200 down, right? They're losing money. WWE needs to somehow salvage it. Now, granted, WWE was at some sort of stupid high, right, for their stock prices. And then they got rid of some EVPs, and it took a huge fucking shit to a point where it's like, you should probably buy some stock now. So they kind of need some sort of money revenue. But I feel like this is more of a, like, if the one thing that anybody who has a bitch about WWE is it seems lately that they don't give a fuck about their fans.
Yeah.
Right?
They forget that.
I don't want to say always, but I don't even say that's fucking true for the most part. Me personally, I will say that there was a time, Roman Reigns push, when everyone wanted like Daniel Bryan or someone else, and WWE's like, we're going to do what the fuck we want to do, until they realize no one's going to buy WrestleMania. No one's going to give a shit about WrestleMania this year. We better put Daniel Bryan in it. And they made the switch. Then they came out in late 2018, we're going to give you more of what you want, less of what you don't want. For the most part, they're true, right? Let's be very honest, man. Then you got fucking Kofi winning, Seth winning, Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, main event of the following WrestleMania, right? WWE doesn't always shit on their fans. People like to make it seem like WWE is always shitting on their fans. WWE shits on their fans sometimes, sure. Like, I know, we're trying to get this. Corbin and Lacey Evans with that one run against Seth and Becky. It was just too fucking much. It's all they did was fucking pack in Corbin and Seth and Becky and Lacey all over those shows. It wasn't even like, here's a segment of them. Mm-hmm. Or here's a couple. It was like fucking every hour you saw two. Right? So it's not so much that WWE shits on the fans. It's fans really just love to bitch about WWE. And when the vocal majority is negative, it comes out a lot that it's the truest statement. It's not the truest fucking statement. I'm sorry, it's not in any way, shape, or form. But it doesn't mean that they don't. So then you get a news like this, and it's like, what about us?
Right.
What about the people that for 6 years I've had the WWE Network since it fucking dropped. The minute it came out,
I just recently canceled mine. That's because I was having financial issues. That's why.
So I've had it. Nick, I'm sure you've had it. Smitty, for the most part, you've had it.
Yeah.
So for $9.99, I have been able to watch every piece of your programming, everything. And I still go to Buffalo Wild Wings, who's dropping whatever the fuck they're dropping a year to show your stuff, and supporting them. Granted, it's because of the show. Would I do it if we didn't do this show? Every once in a while, probably for one of the big ones or something like that, you know? But to this day, WWE has fan serviced the fuck out of us with that WWE Network and basically handing it to us.
And they spoiled us.
Now you're going to fucking pull that back? If there's not a way to watch these pay-per-views on the WWE Network, this is the biggest fuck you to the fans that they could have done.
100%.
And then you're going to see more of those declining subscription numbers again.
I think you'll, oh my God, the amount of subscriptions that'll fall away.
There's so many different options here. Like, you know, if you sat down and you said, okay, we're going to, even if you said, I'm going to raise the price of WWE Network to $12.99 a month, and then for every pay-per-view, you got to pay us $15. I'd probably be okay with that. I probably would, because then you're at $27.99, so that's $7.99 more than what we said we would pay. Maybe. I don't know 100%.
You wouldn't watch every one of them.
Huh?
You wouldn't watch every one of them.
No, probably not.
Probably just the big four.
But that would be more understandable than completely removing the pay-per-view from WWE. Who the fuck is sitting there? And maybe from a business standpoint, it does make sense. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. But when you look at both sides of it, that balance business over your fan base, who's sitting there saying that this is a good idea? Our fans are going to love this. Of course they're going to do it. No, they're not. Are you fucking high?
Yep.
Yeah, they will.
Hold
on. Devil's advocate point.
Okay.
Because it just clicked in my fucking head. Smitty, what year would you say that WWE started to not be as entertaining overall? Like, it didn't seem like they were really pushing the envelope. Not so much pushing the envelope, but like really building the excitement level for you. Give me the year.
Probably
year.
around 2008, 2009.
2008, 2009? Okay. Nick, for you, like, you still liked it, but you weren't fully invested or something like that, or it just seemed like,
2006, 2007.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Weird numbers for you boys. because during that time, Edge was running shit.
Wait, no, I can't say that because I remember I was still watching. I watched WrestleMania in Detroit.
Yeah.
So yeah, probably more like
Because
9
WrestleMania in
or,
Detroit was 13 years ago, boys. So
Yeah.
that's 2006.
I was there.
So probably
That
like
was
9 or 10.
No, that was 2007.
2007, right?
Yeah, 2009 or 10.
2009, 2010. So
Yeah.
like right before the network
Yeah.
came out, we'll say within a couple years, right?
Yeah.
Smitty, you were uninvested after WrestleMania 23 because you said 2008.
No, it was like 2009. Yeah, 2008, 2009.
So basically, WrestleMania was here, and then you were kind of done. Like you started faltering.
Yeah.
All right. WWE Network drops. Did it bring you back in, boys?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
And one of the biggest draws was the fact that we're going to offer you every
Okay.
WWE pay-per-view.
Yep.
Couple years into the WWE Network, how much did you really care about watching every pay-per-view? I mean, care about watching every pay-per-view. Making sure you were going to watch it maybe live.
Probably within the first 2 years, I was pretty much still invested in trying to catch everything. But then also, there was NXT was...
I'm talking about the WWE pay-per-views, the things from Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah, probably like the first 2 years.
All right, and then after that, you were like, I'll watch it when it comes on?
Yeah.
When I decide to watch
I'm
it?
not watching when I get a chance.
Yeah. I still
But
make
I'm an adult.
I make the effort to watch everyone on time, but
Like, as it's on?
yeah.
Okay. Even now? Like,
Yeah.
okay, even before the show? Like,
Yeah.
you would try and sit down and watch it live?
Yeah, because I'm
wow.
you know I make like I really don't have anything to do Sunday nights. It's the day before work, and
Okay.
you know if there was an important football game on, I'd probably wait. But
Okay. So Sunday Night Football could trump.
good.
All right.
Yeah.
Could you imagine feeling like that in 2004, 2003, 2002, 2001? Feeling like I'll catch it when I can? Or I'm not as invested right now?
No.
Okay. Smitty?
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you a question. What did WWE have to make you want to do every month? They had to make you want to buy a $50 pay-per-view. They had to build storylines that led into these $50 pay-per-views because they knew that going into it like I'll catch it when I can was not an option. They wanted you to spend that money. Imagine WWE storyline if they had to make you want to buy a pay-per-view again. Imagine what they could do if they felt their backs were against the wall to make you want to buy, have to buy,
I see
have
what
to
you're
buy
saying.
this.
Yeah.
In other
I'm
words,
not saying
creative gets a kick in the dick.
I'm not saying that this is a good idea for the fans. But at the same time, imagine if a year after, if this goes through, and there's no tiered WWE network, you got to pay $20 or something on ESPN Plus to watch every pay-per-view. $20, $30, whatever. I swear to fuck Christ, if it's 50 or 60, it'll piss me off. No matter what. But to build that money, because they have a partnership with ESPN where you have to buy these pay-per-views as they happen. Because look, maybe they will give them to you on the WWE Network. You get them 3 weeks later, right? You can watch your pay-per-view 3 weeks after it happens, which means new storylines are already going forward on Raw and SmackDown, well into Raw and SmackDown. As a matter of fact, there's probably another pay-per-view in a week after it becomes available on the WWE Network. So it's really fucking who gives a shit.
Yeah.
If WWE was forced to put out the type of content that we all fucking loved, end of Attitude Era, early Ruthless Aggression Era, we might see some of the best programming in WWE's history again.
So while the idea on paper is not for the fans, the bigger picture
Is the fans fall back in love with wrestling.
more invested. Yeah.
And creative is forced to actually do something good.
When you
I
put
would like
it,
to point out that creative's been being forced to do something. I
It
love
don't
the
seem
people that
rushed.
shit all over it. I really do, because then you're just not looking at everything. WWE is putting out amazing shit right now. It really is.
I say I do like the Monday Night Messiah gimmick.
Oh, the Straight Edge Society gimmick? I love that too.
Yeah.
I think it's great. He's got disciples and everything.
I was saying, tell somebody like they just call them disciples. Don't just say.
So, WWE is putting out. Okay, wait. WWE is putting out good content right now. Nothing to where you're fucking wowed from top to bottom of a show, right? But at the same time, outside of NWA, and maybe that's only because it's a 40-minute show, nothing's making me feel great top to bottom. AEW's not. Even NXT is not. There's still like a little bits and pieces where I'm like, all right, I'm kind of bored with this.
Yeah.
Granted, AEW and NXT, those are fucking nitpicky moments where I'm not involved in it. And mostly with AEW, it's not even match stuff. It's not even storylines. It's, why the fuck didn't that ref count the 3 count? Yeah, it's all still that ref stuff, right? So, if WWE is trying to make you buy their product every month again, WWE's product has to be better. You're not going out there buying anything because you just think it's okay. If you go buy toilet paper, are you going to buy the toilet paper that you think is okay? Or are you going to buy the toilet paper that's steady and great every time you've ever used it? Your fingers never poke through unless you grab a little bit too little. You're going to buy the stuff that fucking stands out, that stands up. You're not going to go...
Smitty likes to poke through it.
Right. If you go buy fucking shit at any type of grocery store, you're not buying the just okay. I mean, you might every now and then, hey, I'll try this fucking off-brand. Oh, I'm going right back to fuck Fruit Loops, right? Or Golden Grams or whatever, not these fucking fake shit. Anything you fucking buy is because you like it. Right now, WWE's all right. WWE could be great again. I do not. I fucking hate you for that.
You gotta set that.
No, it doesn't matter. Just because it's there on the T doesn't mean you gotta fucking hit it, Smitty.
I'm playing.
I'm pretty sure you stood in front of a girl like, "Suck my dick," and she was like, "Oh, there's a ball sack." Just because it's right there doesn't mean you gotta hit it. Aight, sir.
My ball sackers now.
That makes sense, though. I mean, when
that's
you
just
put it
devil's
like
advocate.
That, no, it really does, because if, like you said, you pay for shit that you like, that you want to pay for. So right now, to me, I agree, WWE has gotten better. I can't justify paying that much for a pay-per-view, $20, $30, $40, $50 a month. But if the product is there and it is captivating, it is exciting, it's making me guarantee to watch all 3 hours Monday and all 3 hours on Friday at the time it's on. I guess in that regard, it is a smart move over time. And I hope, honestly, I hope you're right about that, because I want nothing more than WWE to be back where it was. That would be fantastic. And I like the price point you mentioned too. Like, again, these all these little variables and little scenarios. Okay, well, I'm paying $5 a month for ESPN. Now you got to pay $25 for the pay-per-view too. Yeah, okay. If it's good and I want to watch it, yeah, all right. But man, yeah, $60 is a fucking hard pill to swallow.
I mean, look, dude, we were pitching about that for AEW, like $50 fucking dollars.
Yeah.
For this pay-per-view right now?
But the difference is, like, they're only doing, like, what, bi-quarterly? They're not...
Doesn't matter. It's still, like, fucking so is NWA. $20. And it's way better. It's painful is what it is to spend that much money. No matter if it's how often it is. The WWE Network has conditioned us to pay $10 a month. So when we were fucking talking about it, we're like, what price is too much for AEW? And everyone was like, anything over $30 is probably too much, right? It's not like they've put out anything spectacular since fucking Double or Nothing.
That's probably the best thing they've done thus far.
You know, It's Real Wrestling says 60 is steep. That's a lot of money for a pay-per-view, especially now, right? If you want to take this political quickly to an extent, and we're going to stay very far away from total politics on this, as the amount of money spending is going up, the amount of money making is staying the same, right? So a $60 pay-per-view, like I watched someone was like in like 1985, people were the spending money was like $100,000 per what people were making, right? And now it's like $35,000 versus what people are making because they can't spend that much because everything's more expensive, but you're still making the same amount of money. I'm not trying to fucking go into any raise minimum wage or anything like that. I'm saying that it's more difficult to spend that money now than it was before. That's why streaming services are so fucking popular. People are dropping $200 a month on their fucking cable bill, and then everything's like, well, if you break it up, you can spend this much and you can save like $80 a month. Okay, I'll break it up and spend this much and save $80 a month.
Yeah, just thinking about that, like when I did have cable, it was like almost $200 a month. But then when I started breaking it, like Netflix at the time, it was still $10. Then I had bought Hulu, and that was like, I'm pretty much even out to like $80 a month, give or take, with just streaming services.
Right. But it's still cheaper than what you were dropping for your cable, right? It's the same fucking thing now. Granted, $9.99 again is the fucking steal. But if it jumps to $20 a month for fucking WWE Network and I get all the pay-per-views when they're airing live, I'm in. Fucking in. You know? And then, Nick, like you said, let's say it goes $12.99. And then they're like, but you got to pay $10 more or $15 more if you want this pay-per-view. If I wasn't doing this show and I didn't have Buffalo Wild Wings to do it at, I would very much likely only be doing that for 4 of them, unless something sold me.
Yeah.
Right? Again, it's still cheaper than what we did before. But if this comes around to being the exact same price point as it was during the Attitude Era, during the beginning of the Ruthless Aggression Era, most people are going to opt out. And that's just fucking economics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not even that. Let's pretend that this is fucking everything we've ever wanted to see. $60 a month for your pay-per-view still? Fuck off. I don't give a shit if you're promising me everything I've ever wanted out of WWE. It doesn't mean I can afford $60 a month every fucking month. There's going to be months where I don't pay.
Well, especially, okay, so we've talked about before, the average age of the WWE fan has gone up and up and up over the last few years. Mm-hmm. So if you're trying to recruit this younger crowd, if I'm a 13, 14-year-old kid right now and I'm a WWE fan and my parents aren't, my dad's not, whatever, I could probably get my mom to pay my $10 a month WWE or get cards for Christmas or my birthday, whatever. But then you turn around and you say, okay, Mom, so I got this WWE Network. Well, but now they're changing things up. So can you also pay for the pay-per-view once a month, $60? My parents wouldn't have done that. And they wouldn't today if I was 12, 13 years old. Mm-hmm. You know, so then that starts to go away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These younger kids, they're not seeing the payoff on the pay-per-view. They may start falling off more and more. There's so many different scenarios here. It's
right.
Fucking embarrassing.
You said the money factor. Yeah, like WWE is trying to draw in a younger crowd, which they're not doing too much of. Mm-hmm. Like demographic of people that are watching WWE are usually people around our age now.
Yeah.
And it was like having people pay, like the people that's gonna pay money. Will people pay money for it no matter what? Yeah, but you're not gonna making them spend more money is not gonna draw that younger crowd in.
Yeah. It's Real Wrestling on our Periscope has said, yeah, agreed. Pay up to $20 a month with pay-per-views. Not trying to go back to the way things were. Go back to watching it scrambled first. Porn!
Nice porn reference.
I'm pretty sure I saw that nip. Oh. It was his. Damn it.
We get the Playboy channel.
Playboy was free on New Year's Eve. I remember that shit.
Really?
Yep, from like 8 till 2 or 3 in the morning. That shit was free.
It was fucking Happy New Year, dog.
Yep.
I gotta get my rocks off on New Year's.
Twice.
Even more than that.
All right, so let's go into NXT TakeOver Portland. NXT TakeOver Portland was another fucking wonderful show by NXT. You can't say anything bad about an NXT show. And it was the first time that NXT, I mean, you can, whatever. It's the first time NXT had a show outside of,
Tulsa. Well, no, it wasn't. Takeovers are wherever they are.
Outside of like around one of the big WWE events. As a matter of fact, I think even the Chicago ones were like Money in the Bank or something was right around the corner. Maybe no, maybe not. Maybe Portland is not.
Portland's not. I don't know. Oh, we got the network. We can actually look it up.
The first NXT TakeOver Chicago. Anyway, bottom line is Portland was not affiliated with any type of major WWE thing happening in the area at the time. It was its own show. It's an NXT show. And the fucking money it brought in is the most that any WWE event has brought in the Portland area in over a decade.
Damn.
Money fuck talks to Vince, man.
Man.
You telling me that that's bringing in your fucking money right now? That's going to talk to him more than those ratings numbers are talking to him.
Yeah.
He'd be like, oh, we're losing. Oh, God damn it, boys. Girl, we're losing here. And Stephanie's like, I'm a boy, Dad. I was talking to your husband, little bitch. Not shitting at Triple H at all. Talking to your brother.
No chance. So that's what you got.
So NXT brought in more money than WWE has brought into any event in Portland in a decade, showing that there's money to be spent in Portland. That's fucking wonderful. What are you getting naked for me right now? Oh, Ren and Gimpy. So then it puts on an amazing fucking show. Right? North American Championship match. Keith Lee defending against Dominik Dijakovic. Keith Lee retains. Then there's the street fight. Dakota Kai against Tegan Knox. Dakota Kai fucking wins with the help of, I can't remember her name now. Ramirez?
Ramirez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then Gargano lost to Finn Balor. Then there's the NXT Women's Championship match, which they kept calling it the Women's Championship.
Yeah.
I noticed that. The graphics said women's, all this stuff. So maybe it's back. Maybe we're back to this. But Bianca Belair lost to Rhea Ripley, and then Charlotte comes out, fucking hits Rhea Ripley, then hits her with the fucking natural selection and accepts her invitation. So you got Charlotte versus Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania for the NXT Women's Championship.
She don't even go there.
Then the Broserweights defeated the Undisputed Era to become the brand new NXT Tag Team Champions. And Adam Cole defeats Tommaso Ciampa to retain the NXT Championship after Gargano turned on Ciampa. We'll get into all this, but let's start off with the beginning. Dijakovic, Keith Lee, Nick, were you watching live? Were you the one that put on our Twitter that this is going to be really tough to follow?
Yep, that was me.
Nick,
Holy shit.
tell me how you felt about the beginning of NXT TakeOver. And while you're talking, I'm going to go get something to drink. Anybody need anything?
Give me a Red Bull, please.
No, I'm good.
Possible.
I'm good. Thank you.
I'm listening to talk.
All right. To be honest, the Poppy performance at the beginning, I was just kind of like, is this over yet? Sorry. Hot take. But man, I knew from the beginning that going into this Keith Lee Dijak match that it was going to be
Dijakovic. It's not Dijak anymore.
That's my little fucking nickname for the guy. Okay.
I get it.
Okay.
I get it.
So, yeah, I knew it was going to be a really good match. Their matches on NXT previously, what did they have? 2 other matches? 3 other matches?
They had a draw. Well, they had 2. Well, they had a draw, and then I think they had 3. So they were 1-1-1.
So I knew it was going to be a great match, and it started out a little slow, getting a feel for each other, but just for like the first minute or 2. But some of those spots in that match is the strength of both of these guys, the athleticism of a dude that's Keith Lee's size, The storytelling in the match, just top to bottom, it was fantastic. So, my gut reaction is like, holy shit, NXT TakeOver pay-per-views are usually fucking amazing. And the opening match was that. We're either going to be in for disappointment or a really good night. And it was a really good night. So,
Smitty, how'd you feel about that first match?
I felt like they set the bar really high, and like Nick just said, we're either going to be like, "Oh shit, now this is happening," or we're going to be like, "Yay, this is happening." It was a good match to start. I almost put it at the level of WrestleMania 17, where you opened up with TLC, and it set a really high and a good bar for what was to come in that show.
Okay. Did you think, before we're not going to talk about the matches, did you think that the matches, that the rest of the pay-per-view that followed, lived up to the hype of the first match, Smitty?
For the most part, yes.
Nick?
yeah,
Okay.
for the most part.
Watching Keith Lee and Dijakovic, for me, was amazing. You had... didn't Keith
5
Lee,
minutes in,
didn't Keith Lee hit a fucking moonsault? I mean, not a moonsault.
Rana.
Hurricane Rana.
5 minutes into the match, he bust out a Hurricane Rana.
Like, that's not... No,
Who does that?
That's not something a 300-pound man does.
Right. Keith Lee does.
Right.
Keith Lee is a fucking star, and there's a reason that NXT North American Championship is around his waist right now, on his shoulder right now.
And then his interview with Mark Henry on backstage was actually really good too.
Yeah, I didn't watch that. Up next was the street fight, Dakota Kai versus Tegan Nox. I thought that was a good match to follow Keith Lee and Dijakovic. There was storyline there was emotion into it, and the match itself was good.
Yeah.
Smitty, how did you feel about it?
This is one of the matches I came in with low expectations for. I like Dakota Kai, I like Tegan Nox, I like the story that they've been building, but I just wasn't I was invested in the story, but I didn't know how the street fight, how the gimmick match was going to go, and I was really surprised and enjoyed watching that match.
Yeah, it's kind of along the same lines. Like, I enjoyed the storyline between the two, but I was like, I wonder how they're going to play this out. You don't see a lot of women's street fights, so from the fucking jump. When Tegan Nox is coming out, excuse me, and then 30 seconds later,
Dakota Kai
gets fucking jumped. Yeah. They got plenty of weapons involved and fucking great.
Black trash can lid. Oh my God, that was one thing like this. I don't know. You pulled out like 3 trash can lids, and the first one you hit her with is the black one.
Of course.
Really, that's where you went with that?
I don't. It was like, that's me being nitpicky about the match. It was like, it's 3 different trash can lids. Like, was there something special about the black one outside the fact that it's February?
Wow.
Yeah, I went.
That's exactly why they use the black one.
Showing the history of the trash can.
Did you see
It's
the
important. It was
WWE
first.
WWE exclusive with both of them? Are like, we use this black trash can today in honor of being February and like.
Assalamu alaikum.
I hate you. I think I really do hate you right now that you took it there, because that's so stupid. Fucking hate you. Let's play the star game. Keith Lee versus Dominic Dijakovic. What do you think, Smitty? Dave Meltzer gave it in stars.
4.5.
Nick, what do you think?
4.25.
Nick wins.
Boom.
Tegan Nox versus Dakota Kai. Nick, what do you think he gave it?
3.25.
Smitty.
Even 3.
Smitty wins. Right now, Smitty is up. I mean, you guys are even. Next match, Gargano versus Finn Balor. Balor goes over Gargano.
Mm-hmm.
Nick, is this your favorite match? Or is something else your favorite match?
No.
Ooh, all right. Well, tell me about this match.
Damn. I did expect this to be the match of the night, if not close to it. And it definitely was up there. Maybe my second favorite match of the night.
It's the Dookie.
Yeah, and it again, it started a little slow, but that's okay. It had like a slow burn, a slow build, and I was happy with the result. Not only because I picked Finn to win on the Pro Wrestling Scorecards, I just thought it made sense. Yeah, it was a really good match. It was what I expected.
Yeah,
maybe a little less, but you know.
All right. Smitty.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Fine.
it was my second favorite match of the night. And I also did pick Finn to go over. I said NXT right now. One of the things I've been nitpicking is the lack of heels outside of UE. And if you're going to build that, like if you're going to build somebody to be the next big heel outside of UE, right now Balor needs some momentum. Balor needs to win. So I was okay with. I was very satisfied.
I don't know what your definition of a heel is. Finn Balor is not a heel in NXT. That dude gets cheered no matter what he does. He is your next. He is the fucking thing for NXT. The only person that gets cheered more in NXT than Finn Balor is Rhea Ripley. He can't do shit to get booed. He tries.
You said that about Adam Cole then as well.
Not as much as Finn Balor. Yes, I agree. Adam Cole was getting cheered a lot. But in that match against Ciampa, it was a split fuck crowd. Right? Psycho killer Adam Cole. Psycho killer Adam Cole. Let's go Ciampa, Adam Cole. It's a real split crowd. Finn versus Johnny, it was Finn. Right? I mean, there was some split chance every now and then, but Finn was getting popped.
Yeah.
Finn is over, and I understand that they're trying to make him heel. It's like Randy Orton right now, man. Randy Orton, the only way that he could get fucking heel heat was to kill Edge
and Matt Hardy.
And even then, like the people wanted Randy to do all that stuff to Matt. Because if Matt stays, that means Randy broke Matt.
And they really have to let that play out the way it should have played out the first time.
I thought Gargano and Balor was a good match to the extent to where it could have been great. I agree with you guys. This match had so much potential, but for some reason just kind of fell short. I don't know why. Maybe it was because of all the hype. You know, like when that first Gargano-Ciampa match, everyone's like, this is going to be a really good match. Not, oh my God, this could fucking break the internet match. But then it broke the fucking internet. Like it exceeded its expectations.
Meltzer gave that one a 5-star, didn't he?
I believe so, yeah. But this one, it's like, man, this match could break the internet. Mm-hmm. This match didn't break the internet.
No.
So maybe it was because we had so much high expectations for it that it fell short. But again, it was still a really good match. All right, Smitty, you won the last round. What did Meltzer give this one?
4.
Nick?
3 3/4 stars.
Yeah, they're fucking both off. It's 4.5 stars.
Wow.
See, I was going to go 4.5 because Meltzer has a hard on for Gargano.
Yeah, well, you lost. Neither of you get a win. Still, 1-1. Nerds.
Nerds.
Next match, the NXT Women's Championship match. Bianca Belair looking to become the NXT Women's Champion after a fucking badass time in the Royal Rumble. Some great promos following. Smitty, how did you feel about this match, brah?
It was one of those matches that we knew the outcome, but the journey there was still good.
I can't say I didn't know the outcome of this one, man. I can't. There was like a couple different ways they could have went with this. I didn't know if... Did I think Rhea was going to retain? Yeah. Did I think it was by pinfall? No. I was like, man, Charlotte could get into this. Bianca could win by disqualification. Rhea could win by disqualification.
You picked disqualification, didn't you?
Yeah. It was one of my DQ picks.
Yeah, Mike always has a DQ pick on most of these cards.
Because sometimes it just makes fuck sense.
Yeah.
I looked at it like this. Triple H is been so consistent in old school booking that if you wanted to truly keep Bianca Belair looking as strong as she has, a pinfall loss kind of hurts her. Even if that, I mean, granted, she hit her fucking finisher from the second rope. Still, right? Like, you come in looking all fuck tough, badass, and then you take a pinfall loss. To me, it was like, I felt it kind of hurt Bianca a little bit. But then I was like, but then maybe Bianca's going to go away. Not away, but maybe she would move over to one.
I think she would make a big good fit for SmackDown right now. She would be a great fit for SmackDown.
Take that fucking women's championship at fucking SmackDown. The problem is, Street Profits are on fucking Raw.
Yeah.
And they don't break up families.
So not anymore.
I suggest moving Street Profits to SmackDown as well. All right. Nick, how'd you feel about this?
Yeah, it was a good match. I'm becoming more and more of a fan of Bianca Belair every week, it seems.
What's up, Stefan?
Yeah. Stefan. Like from Family Matters, Stefan?
No, not Raquel. My boy Stefan watches this religiously.
What's up, my nigga?
Just playing.
Oh.
Yeah, it was
I can say that.
You whack.
That
is whack.
He say that is.
Oh, that is whack.
That's so whack.
That was another Team Movie reference.
Mm-hmm.
I did enjoy this match. I'm a big Rhea Ripley mark right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, Bianca Belair, I don't think that there really would have been a bad outcome here. I did pick Rhea to win. I didn't think that they were going to give the strap to Bianca just yet.
No, not at all. But that's another problem, man. Bianca's had 3 takeover matches and 3 losses.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like. Okay.
It was tough for me to. I'm pretty sure I put pin for my pro wrestling scorecard, but it was tough because there were again another situation where there's so many different variables. Yeah, you had Charlotte; she could have, came in and attacked Bianca or whatever. You know what I mean? It just, but yeah, really good match. And I was a little surprised. I didn't expect it to be. It wasn't like fantastic, but I didn't expect it to be as good as it was.
All right, Smitty, you're still the last one who got it correct. So, what do you think Meltzer gave Ripley versus Belair?
3-5.
Nick,
3-7-5.
I was like, what? 3-7? That's not a fucking rating. Smitty's up 2-1.
Damn.
3.5. Next fucking match, NXT Tag Team Championship match. The Undisputed Era versus the Broserweights, Pete Dunne and the guy that he teamed with.
How many McGriddles could
Matt
Matt Riddle
Riddle
griddle if Matt Riddle could griddle McGriddles?
None. He's too high.
And that Bobby Fish, the Bobby Fish thing became my actual shirt.
Yes.
God. All right. Broserweights are your brand new NXT Tag Team Champions. It was a team thrown together that just won the NXT Tag Team Champions.
Mamma mia.
Chips, mama, fuck your Mia. Smitty, how'd this match come across to you, dog?
It was a decent match. Last week I kind of explained my whole thing about makeshift tag teams. I think it more so hurts the division when makeshift tag teams take titles instead of an actual team.
All right, I call bullshit on this one, but go ahead.
They were really thrown together in the Dusty Classic.
I agree, but they were thrown together in a tournament of thrown together tag teams. So
no, because young veterans.
Some were tag teams. You're right. I'm not arguing. But
the Time Splitters were a tag team. The Time Splitters are Kushida and Alex Shelley.
Okay, how long ago?
Okay, so Kushida's been in WWE how long now? Not even a whole year.
Right. And the last time they tagged together was... I'm not saying that but like, think about it. If you're going to throw in a thrown together tag team, a time to beat them is against the tag team that is on the same chemistry level. Like, we have some, but might be off our mark. Right? Like, I could see Matt Riddle... Okay, they beat Time Splitters.
They beat the Time Splitters.
Were them first?
Yeah, they beat them first.
And then...
So they beat the Time Splitters. What was it? Andrews and what's his face from UK? No, was it Gallus was in there? Was it or were they not?
I'm going to look right now. The Dusty Rhodes tag team bracket.
So I'm pretty sure they were pretty much the only thrown together team in it this year.
Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster.
Yeah, and they've been tagging for a little bit over a year in the UK.
Imperium. Grizzled Young Veterans. Undisputed Era. Yeah, because she didn't ask Shelley were not against Matt Riddle and Pete Dunne beat Andrews and Webster, and then Imperium, and then Grizzled Young Veterans.
Okay, but we have everybody except Riddle and Dunne were actually established tag teams.
How long have the
Griddled.
Grizzled Young Veterans
make griddled.
Grizzled Young Veterans soon as after as soon as Zach Gibson lost his shot at the UK title, they start tagging together.
He also brought up the point, like the last few winners, maybe not consecutively, of the Dusty Rhodes Classic were makeshift tag teams. There were a couple on
The
there.
first one was a makeshift tag team. It was Joe and Balor.
Yeah. The winners. Yep, Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, then Authors of Pain, then Undisputed Era, Black and Ricochet, and Broserweights.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's my only big issue with the Dusty Classic most of the time, is that usually a makeshift tag team wins it. And I love tag team wrestling.
No, you don't. You hate it. Yep, Broserweights beat Andrews and Morgan. Andrews and Webster, then Imperium, and then Grizzled Young Veterans. Long matches, too. All of them. Yeah. Not the second one. Didn't they beat Imperium through something else, though? Like, wasn't there, what is it called? Fuck, interference or something like that? I'm trying to remember.
What, they won by DQ?
No, not DQ, but something happened in the match to where they, won randomly. Either way.
Also, they're literally like a buddy comedy, their whole bit right now. It's like a Judd Apatow comedy.
Who, Matt Riddle and Pete Dunne?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they're pretty much like James Franco and Seth Rogen and Pineapple Express, almost.
What?
That's why I see. I pretty much see their whole gimmick, like especially after the whole playing gimmick, what Triple H is playing.
So,
Riddle's a carefree stoner, and then Dunne is like the straight face regular guy.
Riddle is doing the exact same thing he's always done, though. This isn't new. Like, there's not. It's just Pete Dunne's next to him.
He's like, just don't say get in the boot again.
Huh?
He's like, don't say get in the boot again. When they snuck on a Triple H's plane last.
Okay, Smitty. You own crap.
No.
Yeah.
Marijuana brownie.
Anyway. Broserweights as a tag team, thrown together tag team. I agree that thrown together tag teams can hurt some things, but thrown together tag teams going through a tournament of other tag teams to eventually win the straps, I'm okay with, more than thrown together tag teams winning straps right away.
Like Ziggler and Rude?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, winning the strap right away, you're taking on the best in your division at the time, right? And you're beating them. It says something to the effect of you also don't know what to expect, so that's why the person wins. But at the same time, the best in your division should be able to knock out anything thrown at you. So for these guys going through a tournament where most people don't really know what to expect, by the third time you're taking on another team, you got more gel, more cohesiveness, more chemistry. I'm okay with them going through the Dusty Classic. I'm okay with anyone winning the Dusty Classic.
I'm not saying I'm mad they won a classic,
but
them taking a strap.
I don't think it them taking the straps, they're now a tag team that had won 3 matches in a row going to take on the Undisputed Era who had the straps and then beat them as well. That's not a team. Hey, let's just put us together, throw us at NXT TakeOver, and then we beat Undisputed Era, who's been one of the top title holders. These are guys that have gelled, that have done well in all of their matches, are now a tag team, are an official tag team. It's not like when Joe and Balor won, it was Joe and Balor. When Ricochet and Aleister Black won, it was Ricochet and Aleister Black. It's not Pete Dunne and Matt Riddle, Pete Dunne. It's the Broserweights. They have a tag team. They are a unit. Them going through a tournament to gel and become more cohesive to finally win, I'm 100% okay with. I don't think it did anything bad for the division. I think it does bad for the division when the thrown together tag team gets the straps right away. At least they had matches to build up their style, their togetherness, their chemistry before winning the straps. And they're a fucking tag team.
Yeah.
They've been featured in all the vignettes. They're not doing single shit outside of this. It's tag team, tag team, tag team. So I'm okay with it. I don't think it diminishes anything about the NXT championship, tag team championship. I think, as a matter of fact, it enhances it because it showed that a thrown together tag team can build up over time. And because let's be very fucking honest, man. Every tag team's a thrown together tag team at some point. Right? I mean, sure, you got some of the ones that come in as tag teams, but okay. Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy, fuck you. It's Buddy Murphy. Winning with the help of AOP, I get. Right? Because there was outside interference, so the team on top isn't focused fully, so therefore can take a loss. And it doesn't diminish that team at all because it's outside interference. I get it. But yes, Rude and Ziggler coming in and just winning was like, what? It's weird. And that hurts a division. Nick, how did you feel about this match?
Well, the match itself I thought was really good. I expected it to be. You know, you got some of the better athletes that NXT has, especially with. I'm sorry, I know you're not a Matt Riddle fan.
Riddle,
you know,
Riddle.
Pete Dunne is fantastic in the ring. I did. I really enjoyed it, and it was one of the matches that I was really looking forward to. Honestly, I was very happy with it.
I like the match. I
You just don't like Riddle.
I get it.
That doesn't bug me when you do that. Just to give you a heads up.
I get it. I'm not a huge fan of his character. I think he's a
it's
good
annoying.
worker.
It wears on you,
Yeah.
man. And here's what's fucked up is it's not even like I hate the character of Matt Riddle because it's not a character. That's fucking him.
Yeah.
If you've watched his old UFC interviews, all of this stuff, that's how he has always spoke. It's not even like he's pretending to talk like Spicoli. He is literally fucking Spicoli. And I'm just over it. Like, I would never hang out with a person like that. I would never be friends with a person like that. If I worked with a person like that, I'd be like, fuck, I gotta go work with this person again today.
Yeah.
That's just, and it's, I think it's also more so the fact that he doesn't give a fuck. And he won't, I feel he's setting NXT superstars back. When you're having team fucking meetings because one guy keeps calling everyone out on fucking social media, and then even after the team meeting is in a fucking NXT live event and going, I don't care what they say, I still want to retire Lesnar. Dude, there's a difference with breaking the mold and being the guy that makes everyone else go, well, if this is what we're going to expect out of these people.
Right.
I don't think Riddle's a bad in-ring talent. I've said it before. I think Riddle is good in the ring. I think Riddle is good on the microphone. I just don't like it. It's not like if I heard what he was saying outside of his fucking tone, I'd be like, that's a great fucking promo. Or it's a good fucking promo. I just want to hear him say it. I don't. Like, you ever just, like, think of it like a girlfriend. And then she keeps saying stuff, and eventually you guys are going to break up. You don't want to fucking hear her anymore.
Right.
She's calling you, and she could have the most profound... I just found a way for you to make $1 million. And I would go, man, that was a good thing to tell me. I wish any fucking person else in this world said it to me. Right? It doesn't matter what it said. It was just, oh,
Yeah.
fuck you. I'm just so fuck over, man. And it'll never, I don't see, there's no fucking way I could ever go, I love Matt Riddle. I could say I like things about Matt Riddle.
Just not a fan.
Matt Riddle could, as a bartender, he could be the best fucking bartender I work with. As far as I'm concerned, like, man, always on top of people, always fucking making sure that everyone's okay, always making sure the side work is done and everything like that. Things are stocked. Then he talks and you're like, fuck you! All right. Smitty, you won the last one. What did Meltzer give this match? Bros Awaits versus Undisputed Era?
3 3/4.
Nick?
4.
No. 4.75.
Jesus.
Adam Cole, Tommaso Ciampa, NXT Championship match. I'm going to start this one. This is a good match. There was a lot of interference coming in, all that stuff. Great storytelling throughout. You know, Adam Cole trying to hit that fucking Panama driver, getting caught a couple times, getting slammed into the ringside, the hardest part of the ring. All this stuff from the outside, things like that. Just a great. Honestly, this was my match of the night. I don't know if it's your boys' match of the night as well, but it was my favorite match of the night until the fucking end.
That's why it was my third.
Yep. The ending kind of pulled me out, too.
I am so fucking over Ciampa Gargano.
Yes.
Right now. I get it. I get that you're trying to finish something that was started, but injury has taken everything out of this. First was Ciampa's injury, then was Gargano's injury, and it keeps breaking this fucking feud up that's going. I don't want to see it anymore. I am over it. I am done. There's not been enough time in between for me to give a shit. Granted, I get it. WrestleMania's TakeOver's coming, and this is a great way to finish it, and hopefully it's done after it. I would love that. I just don't care anymore. And it's the first time I have said this for anything NXT. I just don't care.
Yeah, it seemed like
And it's fine that we don't care. But why am I being forced to watch? It's not like they're putting out bad matches. It's just I'm sick of the matchup. I like the idea of something else down the line, especially when you just put them together as DIY.
Oh, for the Worlds Collide thing?
Yeah, like you brought them together. Like it's why would Johnny turn? Why?
Could give the feud a new dynamic?
I'm not asking you why they're fucking thinking of it on paper, because it doesn't make sense no matter what. It doesn't make sense that Johnny all of a sudden turned on Ciampa. Ciampa didn't do anything. Ciampa didn't dump all over him. Everything has been fine with these guys. Nick.
When you said, and you said it perfectly too, I agree. Match was great, but the first thing that I thought of was Worlds Collide. You just teamed together. You had fucking shirts made to encompass DIY, okay? And now, okay, yeah, Johnny Gargano lost to Finn Balor, but there hasn't been enough time, like you said. We've seen it again and again, And I do 100% top to bottom agree with you that the match, whenever it may be, it's going to be a good match. Might even be a great match. But I will not care about it. I won't be very invested in it. It'll take something really special to get me invested in that storyline again. It's done. It's over with. And now, whatever the outcome may have been with Cole and Ciampa, if Cole would have pinned Ciampa, if Ciampa would have won by disqualification, you could have carried that storyline long term and had a WrestleMania match with it, and I'd have been cool with that. That'd have been another really good match. But now, okay, Adam Cole's your champion. Honestly, where do you go now with him as the champion? Who's going to challenge him?
I think Dream.
But, yeah, but I don't know, man. It just, to me, it didn't make a lot of sense.
You're saying it didn't make a lot of sense because...
From many different angles.
Because you wanted Cole to lose the belt?
No, because because he could have lost the belt. He could have won the match. It didn't matter, but the fact that you had an outside guy like Gargano getting involved with the match ruined all that could have been. There were many different options with the feud with Cole and Ciampa. You could have kept it going. You could have ended it and then had Johnny Gargano challenge Adam Cole for the NXT title. That would have made more sense to me. And, and then, I don't know. It's frustrating. Because it sounds lazy. It seems lazy to me.
You guys believe that we're ripping into NXT so much right now? Smitty, how'd you feel?
I feel like the ending kind of took me out of the match. And I see the way I was looking at it is like, so they're gonna book for Tampa. Take over Tampa. You've already got your first match for Tampa, and you're gonna start building toward that. The only thing is the roles are reversed. Now Gargano's the heel, and Ciampa's the face. I'm not as jaded about this feud as you guys are. I do believe that they probably need more time before they pull the trigger on it. But I'm interested in seeing where it goes or how they execute it.
I'd have felt better if Gargano challenged Cole for the title at TakeOver Tampa, whatever it may be called, and you had Ciampa in his corner, so to speak. You know what I mean? And then Ciampa turning on him, and because Ciampa plays a great heel, obviously. I don't know if I've ever seen Gargano as a heel. It doesn't seem like
that time they tried it. It
doesn't seem like it would work. And that would have been another 2 months in between to add on to that, and I would have felt a little bit better about it.
Honestly, I think we're going to see a triple threat for the or triple threat or fatal 4-way for the title at Tampa.
All right, star rating game. Nick, you have a chance to tie this, but we're going to start with Smitty because he got the last one right. Smitty, what do you think this match got?
What did Uncle Dave give it? 4-5.
That's what I was going to say. 4.75.
Boys, Smitty, Nick just tied you. 4.75 is what Uncle Dave gave it, and God knows whatever. Yeah, boys, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah, boys, a little pracky.
I wasn't even going there. Final thing I want to talk about. Is there something that we're missing that I'm not, besides the NWA thing? No, we got it all. Yeah.
Celebrating Black History Month.
Oh, yeah. Not the final thing I want to talk about. Correct, Smitty. Very good, because I knew there was something else. As you guys have been if you're paying attention on our Instagram, you go to @BDRcast on Instagram. We have posted all kinds of wrestlers for Black History Month. Our good friend Walt has been giving us a write-up on all of these guys. And when it started, when I wanted to do this, look, man, people post a lot of things that you see about African American wrestlers and what they did for the business. And I'm like, that's cool and everything, but I want to do more of a personal thing, what it did for someone who saw them, what they felt like and everything when they watched them. So I asked Walt, because Smitty was incommunicado for a good 2 weeks when I was trying to get this to go. So I asked Walt to write something up on 29 different wrestlers, one for each day, and what they meant to him. It started off with Ron Simmons and Farouk, Mark Henry. Then we got Kofi Kingston, R-Truth, Jay Lethal, Xavier Woods, Junkyard Dog, Coco Beware, Jacqueline, Keith Lee, Ahmed Johnson, Big E, Sasha Banks, Awesome Kong, Bobby Lashley, Naomi, The Godfather, Jazz, Monty Brown, yeah,
Marcus Corvon,
Shelton Benjamin, Ricochet, and Devon Dudley now. Last week we had somebody talk about
a couple people that was on
the
the
ones
list.
that was already posted, but Smitty, so far, it's now day 23. We're going to post ours a little bit later today, but we've had 22. Talked about someone that in the business meant something to you and why they meant something to you, what they did, what you really appreciated about them, and what you kind of wish for them in the future, if it was a wish.
Okay, I was going to go with Tuco Scorpio, but somebody that wasn't on that list yet was Booker T, actually. I'll go Booker T.
Wait, why are you switching it up?
Because as much as I liked Tuco Scorpio and ECW, and I didn't like the Flash Funk gimmick, there's not too much I did. Like, Booker T stood out way more.
Okay.
Like Booker T, 5-time WCW champion.
You ever just, Nick, when you have things going on a show and then they just switch it up on you?
But like I said, he's probably, like, until Kofi just won the WWE championship, he's probably the most successful African American, first most successful brother inside of almost any wrestling promotion, almost, give or take.
I call bullshit on that one. Because I think the last one that we just did was the most successful African American in any wrestling promotion.
Devon?
Yeah. More tag team championships than anybody. May not be spectacular as a singles wrestler. Maybe always fallen short, but man, that dude that tag team was fucking spectacular.
Look, I am a huge Harlem Heat. I was a huge Harlem Heat mark as a kid. What are they, 12-time WCW tag team champions?
Something like that.
Like, it was a 3-time United States television United States champion, whatever it was. That May card title was there. And won the 5 WCW titles. Came into WWE with the WCW championship. Got over. The Rock stole the rock bottom from him. The bookend was before the rock bottom. And
Spinneroonie.
yeah, Spinneroonie. He had great promos with The Rock when he got to WWE. He's still active, actually, too. He's doing a GI Bro thing on the Indies. He's got his own promotion in school as well. In Harlem Heat still gets together every now and again as well. He and his brother Stevie Ray. But like watching Booker T going like from the high top to the dreads, he was always entertaining to watch. Even with Sister Sherry, he called Hulk Hogan a nigga. Everybody knows about that one.
That's your takeaway from this, huh?
No.
I'm really fucking happy I had Walt write all this stuff up now.
Hey, look, I get like just Booker T has always been just amazing to me. And he's a taller guy, like big guy, really athletic. I remember when he used to Harlem Hangover, he used to flip out the top rope with a leg drop for the Harlem Hangover. The music hasn't changed, besides the fact that he had Can You Dig It, Sucker?
All right.
Hey, like, hey, it's awesome.
All right, last thing I want to talk about is fucking ridiculous. Last thing I want to talk about is paying attention to the NWA's YouTube page. Dave Lagana put out a tweet about a week and a half ago, and he's like, hey, if anyone can do professional recording type stuff, reach out. We want to do something with you at the NWA. So I hit him up, responded to the tweet. That was my hitting him up. Let's not make it seem like I fucking called Dave Lagana. Because I still don't.
Shot him a text and,
Yeah. So I replied to it, and I was like, fucking in, or I'm in. A couple days later, he slid into my DMs because who doesn't? Who doesn't want to do that? Slid on the DL. Dave Lagana. And he was like, hey, if you're interested in this, send me your email. I'll send you a couple things. Just watch these videos live and comment on them. And I was like, yeah, I'm fucking in. And there's two. There was two. We haven't seen. I don't believe the second one's been up yet. So I'll just talk about the first one, and that was the tag match between Hawks Aerie and the best kept secret in wrestling.
Murphy?
No, the best kept tag team, whatever, secret tag team, whatever. Anyway, I watched it and got to talk, and they put it up. There was a couple of skits on the normal show, and then they put up this whole, and I'm going to go look and see exactly how fucking long this is, because I had it pulled up and accidentally went away from it because I'm stupid.
Oh, no.
Yeah?
Things happen.
Where you going? Where you going, Smitty? You leaving us?
No, not yet.
Oh, all right. It is, where is it at? Squared Circle. Fans watch Squared Circle. So the original fucking video is 23 minutes long, and it shows the tag teams coming out. They cut their promos, and then it cuts to people talking about their promo. Then it's the match, and then it comes to people talking about the match, and then what they wanted. So it's 23 minutes long. They then posted, NWA fans watch Circle Squared. Sorry, I said Squared Circle. Watch the Circle Squared. 4 hours, 22 minutes, and 3 seconds.
Damn.
In a long fucking time. 3 hours and 5 minutes into that, you get to see me and my entire light commentary on this, because this is the first one. I talked a little bit less than I did on the second one. I have a problem with the second video that they posted. And it's only because it's the exact same match over and over again. Right? It's the same promos, and you're just watching people talk about it for 4.5 hours.
Uh-huh.
Yes, you're going to go to where you think you are, or where you are. You're going to watch that. You're going to have people watch that part of it, so on and so forth. I would have personally liked to see a separate video for each one, because then it's easier to find for people. You know what I'm saying? Granted, it's just cool as fuck to be on an NWA video, right? I'll be very fucking honest. I fucking loved it. But at the same time, you're just like, dude, like, make it easier for people who want to watch different ones. Like, okay, so there's one of Sean Sapp from Fightful. There's another one from a Cultaholic guy, right? There's one for Blue Meanie. Blue Meanie fucking watched this and covered it, right? Imagine if you have a video playlist of this, right? And each one like, oh, I want to check out what Blue Meanie said. Oh, I want to check out what Sean Sapp, rather than trying to find it in a 4.5 hour long video. I'm not even talking about, hey, there's my video, right? Because my video is going to get like 5 fucking views, right? I'm not trying to make it seem like but I feel like if you're trying to build more, put more eyes on your product, and you have these people who are known well, Sean Sapp, the dude,
Blue Meanie.
Blue Meanie, there's a link directly to their video where you can see what they had to say about that. And I think that would put more eyes on the product.
I agree.
Personally. And that's just, again, super fuck nitpicky. Now, I have to say, or ask, did you guys end up watching it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I didn't get to finish watching it. I was kind of working. I got hit. And it was on the back. It was on the
didn't
background.
watch all 4 hours. But.
No, I mean, okay, but did you? I don't even give a fuck if like my piece of it. Did you watch the match and stuff? Okay, so what did you think, Nick?
Well,
not of my commentary on the tag match and everything like that.
it was a good match. It was. It's always hard for me to really get very. It's always hard for me to get real invested, long term, short term, whatever, when I'm not really too familiar with with the wrestlers, but I like the idea of where they're going with this, and I think it's a really cool idea what they're doing. I did like your commentary, and I think though I agree with what you're saying. They should break it up more, give people, because even if I know that the Blue Meanie has a video that's out there that I can go check out and scan directly to it, I might scroll past your face and see the shirt that you're wearing, and it catches my eye.
Not this one, but this is my monthly reminder that I don't want Nick Gage to kill me, so I'm wearing a GCW shirt.
And click on your video, and might like your opinion on the match more than I like the Blue Meanies, but
mine sucked compared to his.
But even still,
mine sucked compared to everyone's.
It was a cool, it was a good match. It was worth a watch. It's a cool idea. I like it.
Smitty, you said you didn't get to see the whole match?
No, because I had pretty much that on the background while I was working.
All right, well then we're not going to talk to you about it. What was cool to me about this is, I'll be very honest, so I'm friends with Maureen from NWA, right? The director of operations. I hate throwing names out, but I am. And the reason I'm mentioning it now is because when Lagana messaged me and I messaged him back, my first thought is, did she have a hand in this? Now, granted, I didn't ask her to, and I wouldn't have been upset if she said yes, right? Because as far as I'm concerned, dude, Smack Talk Showdown, great fucking game. They've never asked us to put them over. We still put them over. We're putting them fucking over now.
Yep.
Right?
Scorecards.
Pro wrestling scorecards. We just liked it from the start. I've became good friends with Daniel. I will put pro wrestling scorecards over as much as anything else. There's no sponsorship there. They're not giving me money, right? At all, in any way, shape, or form. There's nothing special coming about these relationships that I have with these guys. I'm giving money to Daniel. I'm giving money to Smack Talk Showdown for the products, right? Me personally. I fucking love it, and I can put it over in a way that I appreciate, show that I appreciate it. So if she went out of her way to go, hey, make sure you get this guy as well, I'd have been like, oh, dude, that's fucking awesome. Thank you. Fucking no. She didn't even know what the fuck I was talking about at first. I was like, hey, the guy, I was messaging about this circle squared thing. I really have to fix that. I was messaging about this circle squared thing. I just want to ask, did you have a hand in this, or is this literally just me responding to a tweet? And her first thought was, the fuck are you talking about? And I was like, this. She goes, oh, okay, yeah. No. I didn't say shit. I was like, oh, all right. And
cool.
She goes, be proud of yourself. Like, you put your name out there and you were picked. And I was like, fuck yeah. And then it made it even better, because while I would have loved, you know what I'm saying, her saying, I put that. To hear that I did it without any help is it. Granted, it's not like it's any fucking big deal. I'm not getting paid by the NWA. You know, the only thing I had to do was sign a contract where I won't talk about this stuff before it airs.
Yeah.
Right? And that's what I'm not doing. That's why I haven't talked about the second match. But it's still cool.
You get to be a part of a product that you
for me to
enjoy.
be a part that not only that that is just a popular product, but something I believe in. We've been putting NWA over for fucking months. You know, since it fucking dropped. We're talking about Power is one of the greatest fucking times to watch in wrestling. Everything top to bottom. And again, we could say it's only because it's 45, 50, 30 hour, an hour stuff. But then you get to the pay-per-views, and the pay-per-views are just as fucking good, and they're way longer. Right? I'm very proud to be affiliated in any capacity, with something I truly believe in.
Should be.
And the NWA is one of those things. So that's fucking cool. The other cool thing is, after watching it, there was also some that had a couple people on it, like 2 people watch. So that means that if they send me another one and I need it done by a certain time and somebody's free, there could be 2 of us watching.
Biggity bam.
Babba-da-bow.
Hey, Mr. Penguin.
So yes, make sure you guys go. If you guys haven't already subscribed to NWA's YouTube, and there's 190,000 of people that did, go to the YouTube. NWA and for any of the Circle Squared stuff. Hopefully you'll see my little face. But at the same time, you're going to be watching a great fucking product. Let's be very honest. While you're on YouTube, go to Breaking Down the Ring's YouTube, Breaking Down the Ring, and you subscribe to us. There's 167 of you now. That's not even the K number that NWA has. 190K. We're 167.
We love all 167 of you, though.
But we appreciate it. Thanks so much. I will very much admit we don't have any content for this month because I didn't realize that these live videos aren't going to fucking YouTube anymore.
Huh.
It's on there. It says it, sending data. But it's not doing anything.
Yeah, the last one was like the Royal Rumble watch party.
Yeah. And I've just been so out of the loop with this fucking work and being a part of a wedding that I haven't fucking paid attention. But nope. There is literally, you go to Breaking Down the Ring right now, videos, nothing. Not a goddamn thing after the 2005 Royal Rumble thing. So I'll get some of these videos up and everything that we've been watching. So I apologize to anyone subscribing to our YouTube. Not that you're watching this right now, but maybe you're listening. I missed some of this. I was going to go to the YouTube and watch. Not anymore. YouTube's done something different with the live thing. I thought it was up because it says sending data, but it's not. So, fucking white people. All right, boys. All right, girls.
I like doing that.
You're high.
Coming down.
That is it for us. Next week, we will not be here. Our good friend, Mr. Zanotti, Z, is getting married. We're going to all be at this wedding, and it's an open bar.
Let's get married.
No.
Sorry.
I don't want to get married.
Maybe.
But if I do get married, our good friend Walt is singing Weenie Ride by Steel Panther. It's the only, honestly, that's one of the clauses that is in my marriage is if we get married, Walt will be performing Weenie Ride by Steel Panther at the reception. If you're not down with that, I got 2 words for you.
Too bad.
I don't. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for us. Make sure you're going to breakingdownthering.com. Brand new hats. Fucking available. You get any of our merch up there. Breakingdownthering.com official merchandise. Plus, you can follow all of our socials at breakingdownthering.com because right at the top it's got a Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or YouTube. Make sure you go like our Instagram, like our fucking Twitter, follow all those, like the fucking Facebook page.
All of it.
Subscribe to the YouTube. We really appreciate everyone who's paying attention. We are your ring crew.
Hi, Smith. I'm Smitty.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Smitty. I'm Nick.
The Almighty One Mikey himself.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. We are out.
Boo.